There is a day on the True Word television.
Today is Tuesday. Welcome to True Wellness Connections.
A day full of fun.
I can see like the ingredient, the recipe is coming up like we have ready to really be.
Inspiration.
Be ready to listen. As you are listening, you are not just listening to the story, but you are asking for wisdom.
Education.
Don't begin to assume that when you go to school, your accent, nobody's going to understand you. They are going to understand you.
Guidance.
If you can make up your mind to say, I'm not going to allow my situation to define me, you will find peace.
A day full of true wellness.
It's going to be amazing, awesome, wonderful, and powerful.
Join these amazing ladies to talk health, wealth, parenting, social, moral, and community values.
You need people that will bring out the best in you. You need people that will believe in that vision or dream.
Claudine Salumu.
In this life, if you do not have hope, you will never live, you will never survive.
Victoria Masio.
When I say you need to look deep down in your bank account, it was me. To be honest.
Elizabeth Brimoh.
A lot of homes have been robbed of joy just because of sex.
And Pastor Blessing Ngozi Nheka.
Don't focus on the computer. Don't focus on your own one. Your wife needs your attention.
Do you want to be well?
You don't want to miss it out. I'm telling you, it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be really lifting.
The problem will be resolved and you have a fresh beginning. So you guys have fun.
Don't miss a single episode of the True Wellness Connections on the True Word Television Network every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time.
I went through so much pain. By His grace, He made me victorious. I'm a winner. In the name of Jesus, I'm stronger. By the blood of the Lamb, I'm a winner. In the name of Jesus, I'm stronger. By the blood of the Lamb. I have failed many times. I have missed many chances.
My world was just a mess.
By His
grace, He made me victorious. I'm a winner. In the name of Jesus, I'm stronger.
Oh.
By the blood of the Lamb,
I'm a winner. In the name of Jesus.
I'm stronger.
I'm strong. By the blood of the Lamb.
After all I've been through, I have grown stronger, stronger.
Oh, how we come.
I've become wiser and full of faith.
I'm a winner.
There is a day on the True Word television.
Today is Tuesday. Welcome to True Wellness Connections.
A day full of fun.
I can see like the ingredient, the recipe is coming up like we have ready to really be.
Inspiration.
Be ready to listen. As you are listening, you are not just listening to the story, but you are asking for wisdom.
Education.
Don't begin to assume that when you go to school, your accent, nobody's going to understand you. They are going to understand you.
Guidance.
If you can make up your mind to say, I'm not going to allow my situation to define me, you will find peace.
A day full of true wellness.
It's going to be amazing, awesome, wonderful, and powerful.
Join these amazing ladies to talk health, wealth, parenting, social, moral, and community values.
You need people that will bring out the best in you. You need people that will believe in that vision or dream.
Claudine Salumu.
In this life, if you do not have hope, you will never live, you will never survive.
Victoria Masio.
When I say you need to look deep down in your bank account, it was me. To be honest.
Elizabeth Brimoh.
A lot of homes have been robbed of joy just because of sex.
And Pastor Blessing Ngozi Nheka.
Don't focus on the computer. Don't focus on your own one. Your wife needs your attention.
Do you want to be well?
You don't want to miss it out. I'm telling you, it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be really lifting.
The problem will be resolved and you have a fresh beginning. So you guys have fun.
Don't miss a single episode of the True Wellness Connections on the True Word Television Network every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure being here this evening. This is the True Wellness Connections, broadcasting from the True Word Television station. My name is Elizabeth Brimoh, and I'm going to be your host this evening. I'm not alone here today. I have a very pretty lady with me. This is Claudine Salumu. She's a nurse by profession, and she's one of us. She's a great lady, a godly woman. So can you say hi?
Hey,
So
good to be with you again this evening. Thank you for following us, and we'll have a good time together.
Thank you. So today we are going to be talking about a topic that is meant for everybody in the family. We will really appreciate it if you can call your wife, your husband, your kids to sit with you and for us to talk about what is really going on, how we can help one another, and how we can help our kids as a whole. Now, the topic is maintaining spiritual culture. Maintaining spiritual culture. We all know what culture is. Culture is a way of life. And you know, it differs from family to family. What I allow in my family may not be so in your family. The way you do things in your family may be different from mine. But today we just want to look at a way we can bring our kids along and let them know what is godly and what is expected of them. So, I'm going to start with this. To you, what does it mean to have a spiritual culture? What does spiritual culture mean?
Thank you so much. So spiritual culture, what it means to me is that, first of all, despite our different cultures, we are all spiritual beings. That is number one, is we are all spiritual beings. So maintaining spiritual culture is in your way of living. Make sure spirituality also is something that has a place in your way of living. Remember, culture has something to do with a way of life, you know. It's a values that's added to your life. So what we are discussing here today is how you can now ensure that in your cultural way of life, spirituality is being maintained. Because the truth is that you are a spirit. And so when you are a spirit, if you don't include spirituality as a part of your lifestyle, that means you have forgotten yourself. You have forgotten who you are. Because it's easy to live without actually living. Because if the spiritual aspect of your life is not being maintained, somehow, somewhere, there is a time you're going to realize that you have lost yourself.
That's
because
right.
The reality is that you are a spirit. So how do you maintain the spiritual being. So when we talk about the spiritual culture, we are just inviting each and everyone to make sure in your cultural lifestyle, you are incorporating spirituality.
Yes,
you are
sir.
connected to your spirituality. Spirituality has something to do with your maker, because we are all created by God.
Yeah.
Whatever you call you God, but you know that you are a spiritual being created in God's image.
That's right.
Spirituality is the area whereby all of us will remember to connect ourselves with our maker. So that's how I would explain spiritual culture.
Yes. Thank you so much. You know, you mentioned something very, very important, which is your maker, God. So, whichever way you want to describe your spirituality, God needs to be there. God is our maker, is everything to us. Without God, we are nothing. So now, we all have different cultures.
Yep.
And I will just start with my own example. Like in my house, one of the spiritual culture is prayer. Prayer is like water that you cannot do without taking in a day. Prayer is like food. We have to make God, we have to call upon him, worship him, tell him, come and take full control of the day, have your way, take preeminence. So we appreciate prayer, we recognize prayer is our stronghold. It's something, you know, that we really rely on, that we do every day. It's a culture. It's like we cannot do without prayer. So that is very, very important to us in my family. We recognize it and we appreciate it, because we know we need to talk to our Father before we do anything, before we go out, before we embark on anything. So prayer is a biggie to us. What about you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, to me, to practice spirituality in my household, of course, prayer is part of, is a way that connects us with God. It's the way that we acknowledge that the life that we have is a gift that God has given to us. So when we praise, it's another way to say, God, if I'm alive today, it's just, God, you allow me to live. Nothing make me special than that person who's sick. Nothing make me special than that one who have lost their own life. So that's a way that we practice spirituality in my home. And so another way that is very, very special that we practice spirituality is you are not allowed to complain. We do not complain. We learn to practice that culture to find something that is positive to appreciate. And that helps us move a day to day with hope and with confidence, because you get to understand that you are alive today because, you know, you have been given grace to be alive. You know that the fact that you are alive today, you have a hope for tomorrow. So when a thing is not going right today, you have a life.
That's
if
right.
you don't have no money today, you are healthy. That means you will have money tomorrow.
That's right.
So practicing gratitude is one of the culture in my home. We always find a way to appreciate.
To give thanks.
Yes, you may have gone through a lot of things in your life, especially for us who are immigrants. We went through a lot in our refugee life. Most of immigrants that you see here, if you ask them their life story, you see they went through a lot. So the things that can only help them overcome stress and other things is learning to appreciate that there is a reason why you were able to overcome like wars. There's a reason why you did not die during that war. So when you learn to practice gratitude just for the opportunity that you have been given to be in this land of opportunity, whereby you can start to dream for the best tomorrow.
That's right.
That is something that helps you be connected with your own spirit. But you can never appreciate if you don't take time to connect with who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, my sister, people, they live but without being themselves, just in the air. So that's where you come home with a lot of stress because you don't have no time to look at things closely.
That's right.
So that's how gratitude is a big one in my home as a culture.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. You know, when you are talking about no complaint, it takes, for you not to complain, takes strength. It takes strength. It takes an intentional, let me say, decision. You have to make up your mind. I'm not going to complain. Whatsoever may be the case, whatsoever may be the case, I will not complain. I'm standing on that decision and I will not complain. And you know, when you now link it up with gratitude, gratitude is everything. That you are able to wake up, you need to give thanks. That you are able to sit, that you are able to stand up, that you are able to run. You are given a plate of food, you are able to take your fork and put it in your mouth. You need to give thanks. Most of us, especially nowadays, we are ungrateful.
Yes.
We are ungrateful. We've taken it for granted that, me, I should be able to do that. It's the grace of God. And that is something we need to teach our kids. Because most kids nowadays, they are like, Mom, I need this. And if you are explaining to them that, oh no, just you need to wait, they will be looking at you that, what are you saying? If you know that you will not take care of me, why did you give birth to me?
Imagine.
You know? So that is the age we are in right now. So we as parents, we need to take time to teach our kids. You need to be grateful. Gratitude is a big, is huge. I remember just one quotation now that says gratitude determines your altitude. If you want to be great, if you want to be to climb up, be grateful for where you are now. And now commit your plans to the hand of God. You know, personally, I have a journal. I'm a person that writes a lot.
Of course, you're a teacher.
So I have journals that, you know, I will just, Father, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. Even if you are passing through some unpalatable situations, you can still write things down. You can still be grateful. You can still be grateful. You know, there is one adage in my country that says, is it adage or a statement? I don't know how to put it. You are complaining. Somebody that has feet was complaining that he doesn't have shoe. It's like complaining and complaining until he now sees somebody that doesn't even have feet. Then he said, oh, I'm grateful, you know. So we shouldn't wait till something happens before we show our gratitude to God. Now, on the issue of spiritual culture, I want to talk about something very important that is drawing very near, and that is Halloween. As a Christian, Personally, I don't support this festival, and I'm going to say a few things about that. Through my research, I discovered that the origin was a very clean and clear one at the beginning. It was Hallow Evening, which means a day to celebrate the saints, like Saint Paul, you know, and other people. But through some interactions with evil, it was twisted, and it's now something else. You know, with the decoration, the evil designs, the weird designs that are going on, Christians are now to tread carefully, because there are some people that don't believe that Halloween is contaminated already.
Oh yeah.
It's demonic. Some people still believe that, wow, let's just eat candy and decorate our house. It's not so. And let me just share this verse with you. Proverbs 14 verse 12 says, there is a way which seemeth right unto man, but the end therefore at the way of death. A lot of kids have encountered evil spirits, especially on that Halloween day,
Yes.
through candy. So we as parents, we need to be very, very careful. How are you encouraging your kids? What are your contributions to this? We need to be careful. What do you think?
This comes back to our topic about maintaining our spiritual culture. Is very important. When spirituality is at the center of your life, you just don't follow the wind. You know, everybody does it.
Yeah.
Everybody do it, let me also do it. No. Every time we celebrate, there is a message behind that celebration.
That's right. That's right.
You know, if you look at during Halloween season, everything is decorated with a dead spirit, like something is scary, and the ghosts and those kind of stuff. Like for us Christian, we don't associate with bad spirit. We do not associate, and we do not joke at all. So when it comes to maintaining your spiritual culture first, you have to question yourself, why am I celebrating Halloween? What is their spirituality for me? Because Halloween is all about spirituality.
That's right.
You will see those people who are very dedicated to decorate Halloween. If you're going to tell them Jesus is the Lord, that's an example I'm saying.
Okay.
They'll be like, are you lost? What are you talking about? Because they don't believe in that. You know, and those people are doing the people who believe in the dead people. Like for us as a Christian, there is no relationship between a living person and a dead person.
Excellent.
When somebody have passed away, we all know we are journeymen on this earth.
That's right.
Is a way to go. We will pass away. And when we go, we are called as a Christian to release our loved one to go in peace.
That's right.
To celebrate the time that God have allowed us to live with our loved one and release them in peace. We don't associate. So that's why culturally our spirituality should not be associated with dead people. Again, it comes back to the spirit that is motivating your life. Because there are two spirits that are controlling this life that we have. Whether you believe it or not, it's the truth. Whether it's a godly spirit or evil spirit, the only way you know, you detect the spirit that is motivating me is through my action. The way I act should be the way that when even God comes today, we say, yes, baby, you did well.
Yeah.
But if your way of acting is destructive and is hurting, is killing, is like hatred, of course, inside you, there's no godly spirit inside you. Because the spiritual realm, they are always looking for a living body where they can operate.
That's right.
Do not forget that. So those evil spirits, they live on the human being. So it's up to you to know what what spiritual culture do you have. Then your answer will determine how you lead and guide your heart.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, thank you so much. It will be good if we can take time and lecture our kids. You don't need to feel bad because you are not putting any costume on that day. Because you know, those kids are so young.
They're innocent too.
They are innocent. They do talk. So God has given you these kids to look after them. You have your kids to look after, so you need to instruct them. You don't need to feel bad that you don't have any costume. Teach, call them, sit with them, lecture them.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Something that just come to my mind. You know, Halloween and Christmas, they are two holiday season that we do celebrate.
Yes.
But when they are celebrating Christmas,
Yes.
they don't want to put Jesus in action. You know, but the truth, that celebration is all about Jesus Christ is born.
That's right.
But they call it is a holiday season. But they don't want to call it his name. Even when they decorate, you'll see, they celebrate more of Santa Claus
Yes.
as the reason of Christmas season instead of celebrating Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Here we are being honest. We know this world can twist things to make everyone feel fitting, but the truth can never be changed.
That's right.
You know, the truth cannot be changed. You may not believe in Christianity, but at least accept the truth that without Jesus at the center of Christmas, this day would not have existed. But now they say it's a holiday season. The decoration is all about Santa Claus, the picture of Santa Claus. They don't put this picture of Jesus.
yeah.
But when they are celebrating Halloween, the spirits are shining up and down in the bones, the skeleton, all those things. Like, can you imagine where this world? So when it comes to God, they don't want to celebrate louder. But when it comes to demonic power such as dead body, some people, they put a cemetery
Yes.
in the front of their backyard as a way of celebrating. But you can never be allowed to put like a picture of Jesus at school. But you put all those shining things. Again, we are saying this to get you to understand. It doesn't matter what is your culture. Spirituality has to be at the center of your life.
Yes.
Most of people, you see, we like to go to the gym, right? Oh, we do diet. I want to lose weight. I want to look small, look sexy. I want to have big muscles. I want to do this. Yeah, but you are strengthening the outside body. But the real you is the inside. The inside is the spiritual aspect of your life. So in your culture, your everyday life, your lifestyle, I don't care your faith base. I don't know whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, whatever the denomination is. Please connect with your spiritual being. You will never regret it. You know, because once you forgot the spiritual aspect of your life, find a way to nurture your spirit. Practice something, help you to nurture your spirit. You can just decide, even saying like, oh, me, I will decide not to complain. You know, it requires you to have that spiritual understanding that you may not complain about what's going on, and believe that tomorrow can be better, and you can be able to accept, like, why does people sometimes lose their mind? I'm telling you, there's an event that can happen to your life.
Yes.
But the ability to accept what you do not change, it requires spiritual strength. But when your spirituality is not a part of your life, you go by your own human strength, human understanding, your education, the science, and everything. Trust me, when a spirituality is needed, science will not work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. We as a parents, we have a responsibility, especially in this season, to keep an eye on our kids. Not only your kids, any kids that is close to you. There are some people that don't have kids, but a lot of kids respect them as an adult in their life. Prepare them, let them know this is our culture. We don't celebrate Halloween. We don't give candies, and we don't accept it. We don't do any decorations. You see, all these weird designs are demonic. When you put a cemetery in front of your house, if the spirits start manifesting, and things start happening in your house, you called for it. So we need wisdom. Yeah, kids, your children may start saying, Mom, we need candy. Please take it upon yourself. Go to the store. Buy as many bags of candies. If candy is what they need, buy it and put it in strategic places in your house and let them look for it. Or you and your husband, we stay in one room, your husband will stay in one room, they will come to your room and say, hello, Mom, or something, and you give it to them. Because, all these kids, because they talk, they compare notes. You may be thinking you as an adult, your kid is too young. No. Don't ever think that kids are young. As small as they are, they talk, they compare notes. What is going on in your house?
Yeah, you see, for instance, what you are saying about our parents playing a role in the life of our children is very important. So if you are there, maybe you believe in Halloween, that's okay. That's part of a choice of your spiritual life. But make sure your kids, you are able to explain to them why you are celebrating that Halloween, what is there for you. Don't just celebrate it with your kids because you grow up, Halloween is being celebrated. Sit your kids down, explain to them, son, daughter, the reason why we go for candy to trick or treat is because of this. This is the spiritual aspect for us as whoever you are. Make it a culture in your home. If Halloween is a culture in your home, make sure the kids, they know the reason. Even yourself, you know the reason why. Don't just celebrate because everybody do it. You know what? People do not want to acknowledge that the demon's spirit exists. By rejecting or denying it, does not make it not to exist.
That's right.
In fact, demons do research. They are strong and powerful when you ignore them. Oh yes, they're always looking for a door and an opportunity.
Yes.
For those people who are ignorant, you don't know them, they will enter you, they will possess you, they will begin to manipulate you. That's why you will realize you are somebody. Things that are happening to you, like you don't understand yourself, you're just a kid, you're just depressed out of nowhere, nothing, you don't know anything. Like things are just happening, unexplainable. Look after your life and see which door this bad feeling, this annoying feeling that have come in. Those feelings or those demon spirit, they came to you because you do not know who you are as a spiritual being. So you lived as an innocent, like a toddler. You know, toddler, they can touch the fire, they don't know it's the fire. Many people, they live in that ignorance.
That's
so
right.
it is very important that you explain to your kids why you are celebrating Halloween. My kids, they know why I do not celebrate Halloween.
That's right.
Since the time they started to go to school, because everything happened to school, I say, baby, no costume. Why? Everybody have a costume. No, baby, we do not celebrate dead people.
Yes.
And they give them an example. Do you see those decoration? They show skeleton, scary things. We don't believe in scary things. We celebrate things that give peace to other people. So today they are 11 and 12. They can explain to you why they don't celebrate Halloween. And on Halloween season, I never come to me, oh, buy me costume, buy me. They don't even talk about it. They know, like, this is not our culture. That's why we are emphasizing. Whatever your culture is, make sure spirituality is part of it. Make sure you know exactly spiritually where you are standing, so that you don't lose yourself while standing.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Another thing we need to put into consideration is to remember that demons, wizards, witches, warlock, they dwell in the supernatural. They dwell there. But you know, God has given us the power over these demons. They are underneath our feet. So we need to be careful, because any space they can enter in, any container they can put on, they will go in there. These kids are so young. And so most of them, when they start exhibiting some strange behavior, we'll be asking ourselves, oh, what is going on? You will just see a kid that has been so good, well behaved, start sitting by himself or herself, and start talking
to themselves.
Don't do this, don't do that. And you will be looking, who are you talking to? Nobody. You cannot see, but he is seeing. He is seeing with the eyes of, you know,
the spirit.
Of the spirit. And you will be saying, who are you talking to? We need to tell them ghosts are not real. They are not real. Because kids, they believe everything.
Like Santa.
Like Santa.
My kids, they know that kid. That's Santa's not kids. Like, oh, mommy, Santa. I said, listen to me. You want to wait for Santa? You wait for Santa. He's going to bring you a present. And I'll give them a present. Say, I give this present to you.
To you, yeah.
Santa, I've got nothing for you. But sometimes you think that is funny for. I know it can be fun, but down the road, teach them something.
If you think that all this merriment is making your kids to feel that maybe they are missing something fun, make staying at home, make your home culture, make it fun for them. Let them know that, oh, this is what we do.
Yes.
On Halloween evening or something. Let them be happy to stay at home. Now, all this Halloween topic reminded me of a story. There was a guy that their parents died very early. So he has a sister, and their parents died. They couldn't find anybody to adopt them. They were very young. So both of them were living together. Then suddenly a day just came, and this guy discovered that he couldn't find his sister again. So he was left alone. So as time goes on, he discovered that no father, no mother, no sister is the one living alone and is in the middle of nowhere. So The only thing that he has with him were snakes, all these animals, because he's in a jungle. So, and this guy, after growing up, he started, this story I'm saying is online. If you want to confirm it, he started putting tattoos of snake all over his body. Now, after some time, he discovered that he has spent $300,000 on all these tattoos all over his body. Then he said he really wanted his head to look somehow. So he, you know, it's now he realizes that another spirit is living in him. He's no more ordinary. Because he recognizes especially snake. And we all know through the Bible what snake represent. So he started making some strange things on his face. And now, from the picture, he has pierced his tongue in a way that when he puts the tongue out, they are like this, like double. So he has really spent a lot on this, because when he was talking, he said those are his confidants. Snakes, all these demonic, what will I call them, animals, they are the one he was talking to. They are responding to him, and they were helping him when he was alone. So this is a very, very important thing that we as parents need to focus on. If you have very young kids, they may start crying if you tell them, oh, we don't celebrate Halloween. We stay at home. We stay at home. You know, because of this celebration, witches and wizards, they've changed. Because at the beginning, it wasn't so. Supposed to be an holy day. And, you know, from the meaning, it means hello winter. That is the original meaning of Halloween. Yes. Wow. Hello winter. Hello evening. You know. So, but everything has been changed.
Twisted.
So we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful. Tell your kids, we don't do it, we don't do it. Let them know that that is the culture in the house. That is the culture. With all these candies, with moving from one house to another, when they get these candies, most of the kids, the following day, they will be sick in school. Most of them are always sick because they will have eaten.
Have you seen in every Halloween night, somehow, somewhere, somebody have to die? A blood have to be shed. Because in the demonic world, the only reward of every celebration is blood. Somebody have to lose life behind these things. Wow. So that's why really, if you are celebrating Halloween, make sure you know what you are celebrating, and make sure those innocent kids you have given birth to, they are aware of what they are celebrating. That is not all about the candies, but their demonic power behind this celebration that is going on. The same way when a Christmas comes, there is a power of Jesus Christ behind it. So every celebration you have to know, what are you celebrating? What is your spirit telling you about this particular celebration, so that you can be able to live a life whereby you are exercising the meaning of that life with you at the center as a spiritual being, not somebody who is being led by the wind comes left, yeah, let's be cool, yeah, cool in which way? That's how people open the doors.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you live a life that is miserable. You find yourself, everything is there, but you can just be homeless.
Yeah.
You know, because there are situations, circumstances, if you sit down and you analyze, say, why am I going through this? There is a spiritual aspect attached to it.
Yes.
Take your time. People were very good at Googling things, but you don't want to Google our spirituality. Take your time and Google. Google spirituality. Understand who you are spiritually, and know what spirit really is motivating your life. Because when you know the spirit motivating your life, even when things happen, whether you don't like it or not, before you act, you look at yourself like this. What's going on?
Yeah.
Why this is happening like this? When you act, you don't act foolish. When you know is that particular individual, his spirit is meant to destroy your happiness, is meant to destroy your joy, you don't allow it to happen. You can know now to empower yourself so that you can be able to rise and stand. You don't allow your neighbor, your wife, your husband to destroy your peace. Because only demonic influence can make somebody lose joy and lose peace. So when I acknowledge that your motivation behind what you are telling me is made to rob my joy, is made to rob my peace, I don't allow that.
Yeah.
I can decide to be happy anyway.
That's right.
I don't allow this to happen. I can move it, I can control it. But you can only have that attitude if you have that spiritual culture and that understanding that the power that's controlling this world is whether demonic or godly. So which one am I going to allow to enter into my life? That's the answer for yourself to answer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to add that, you know, vampire is one part, is an aspect of Halloween. And from what I read, there are some people that, you know, vampire is blood.
Yes.
So then they will not tell themselves, we don't want this joke, we really need real blood. So, you know, which means the spirits as taking upon what will I call it, their frame. So for you, or for those that are thinking that this is just a joke, it's not real, it is not a joke. It is real. So please, we need to be conscious of these things. We need to be conscious of these things. Tell your kids, we don't celebrate it, we don't honor it in our home. You are good, go to school and enjoy yourself. So that's about Halloween. We really appreciate you for joining us this evening. Do you have any last word?
Well, I think we have said it all. We can only remind you that in your everyday life, just remember your spirit. Always be mindful of which spirit is motivating you.
Yeah.
And then be mindful of what is going on around you. And then be mindful of what is building you up or what is destroying you up.
Yes.
Because the demon spirit, they are real, they exist.
They do.
You will know on what they do to you. How they rob you joy, how they rob you peace, how you lose humor, how you lose focus, how just things just happen. But once you understand yourself spiritually, you'll be able to fight that other power that tries to take the joy or the peace away from you. Then you'll be able to stand strong and enjoy the life.
That's right. Thank you so much. Also, I would like to add that let your kids know the culture in your house. Let them know the spiritual culture at home. Because with time, you will not be following them everywhere. Let them know you don't celebrate Halloween. Why? You list the reasons why you don't. Because they look up to you as their world. You are their teacher, you are their parents, you are their instructor. So you are all in all to them. So please, parents, talk to your kids. Don't assume that they should know. Let them hear it from you. Let them know that, oh, this is what my mom said, this is what my dad said. And our prayer as a group is that your children will be for signs and wonders, and they will turn out well. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. It has been a great evening. We really appreciate you joining us every Tuesday evening. You can love, like, and share, and also comment at any time. You can go back to this program, listen to it again, send us questions anytime. Thank you so much. Make sure you enjoy this beautiful weather that is changing gradually.
I know.
And have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
There is a day on the True Word television.
Today is Tuesday. Welcome to True Wellness Connections.
A day full of fun.
I can see like the ingredient, the recipe is coming up, like we are ready to really be.
Inspiration.
Be ready to listen. As you are listening, you are not just listening to the story, but you are asking for wisdom.
Education.
Don't begin to assume that when you go to school, your accent, nobody's going to understand you. They are going to understand you.
Guidance.
If you can make up your mind to say, I'm not going to allow my situation to define me, you will find peace.
A day full of true wellness.
It's going to be amazing, awesome, wonderful, and powerful.
Join these amazing ladies to talk health, wealth, parenting, social, moral, and community values.
You need people that will bring out the best in you. You need people that will believe in that vision or dream.
Claudine Salumu.
In this life, if you do not have hope, you will never live, you will never survive.
Victoria Masio.
When I say you need to look deep down in your bank account, it was me. To be honest.
Elizabeth Brimoh.
A lot of homes have been robbed of joy just because of sex.
And Pastor Blessing Ngozi Nheka.
Don't focus on the computer. Don't focus on your own one. Your wife needs your attention.
Do you want to be well?
You don't want to miss it out. I'm telling you, it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be amazing, and it's going to be really lifting.
The problem will be resolved and you have a fresh beginning. So you guys have fun.
Don't miss a single episode of the True Wellness Connections on the True Word Television Network every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.
Victoria.
stronger. By the blood of the Lamb, yeah. I'm a winner. In the name of Jesus, I'm stronger.
Yes, I am a winner. Oh yeah. Yes, I am stronger. At the cross, He paid it all.
Through Christ, I can do anything. Let the weak say I'm strong.
I'm strong.
Let the poor say I'm rich.
I'm rich.
If you want to say I'm a winner.
I'm a winner.
I'm a winner.
I'm a winner.
Hey.
I'm a winner, I'm a winner. Through the Lamb of God, I'm a winner, I'm a winner. In the name of Jesus,
I'm stronger. I'm stronger. Yes, I am strong. I'm stronger. I'm stronger.
in the name of Jesus,
You are worthy.
you are worthy.
You are worthy.
Receive our praise.
You are worthy.
You are worthy. We lift your name high.
Oluwa, na you dey make me the winner. Eshe Oluwa, I no go fail never anymore. Eshe Oluwa, na you dey make me the winner. Eshe Oluwa, I no go fail never anymore. Eshe Oluwa, na you dey make me the winner. Eshe Oluwa, I no go fail never anymore. Anymore.
I no go lag go
Anymore. I no go lose my breakthrough anymore.
I no go get broke.
I will never lose my blessing anymore.
Trouble no go follow me, follow me. Trouble no go follow me, follow me. Yeah, yeah. Everything you do go prosper, prosper. Everything you touch will prosper, prosper. Oh, goodness and mercy be my portion. You lift up my head and made me stronger.
Stronger, wiser, better, winner, bigger. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Who shall I be afraid?
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.